Okay, so today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to get rid of the wrist strap on your Joy-Con. So the main thing that people didn't like about this was this lock mechanism. And what that was doing is it was, it was a pain in the butt to get this pulled out and then get the actual Joy-Con strap off. So what I did was I removed it here. And if you'll see, let's see, this is the, what is this? This is the minus, so that goes with this one. Now, in order to get it connected, all you do is just slide it on and then slide it off. It doesn't require any sort of hassle. It's, it stays on, it doesn't go anywhere. And the main thing that I wanted to do this mod for was because my wife, she hates this thing. And I've noticed this with a lot of non-gamer people. They don't like controllers that don't fit well or have some sort of funkiness going on. And that was the case with the original Wii as well. Many people got rid of the strap because they just, got in the way and they didn't like it. So, and most people don't really play the games that you're throwing the controllers, but I guess with the Wii they did, but no one really used it. I mean, it is what it is. But this was always getting in her way and she didn't like it. But at the same time, see, if I try to get this off, it will not come. I have to pull this thing and then I got to do this deal. There we go. Okay, cool. So did you see how much that took? Now with this, I can just one-handed, boom. It just comes right off. It's so nice when instead of having to fight that, if I'm wanting to just, okay, cool, I'm done, blah, blah, blah. Let me just, go back in my handheld mode, right? Well, for this, all you need is to take out, let's see if I can get that in the focus. Yeah, all you need to do is take out these 3 screws. Now, I'm going to do that real quick for you, all right? So what we need to do is 3 screws, regular screwdriver. Boom, that's all you got to do. Pull these off. There's one. Two. And third. Now, when you get this off, remember the buttons, the shoulder buttons, do have springs in them. So just be a little careful not to press them because it will push this whole assembly up. And you don't want that to happen because pieces will go everywhere. Now here's the most important part. So I've got all the screws out, right? Just stick your finger in there and it'll just come sliding right out. Now here's where you got the little bits and bobs that'll go flying everywhere if you don't take your time with this. This little plastic piece, it sits in there. And what it does is that it's actually what does the actual locking. And it's the clips that you need to get rid of. So we don't need this. Pull this off, you just press your shoulder button and then this whole plastic assembly will come out. Being very careful as not to damage the product. There we go. And we don't need this screw anymore, but we do want to keep our shoulder buttons in place. There's a little screw that engages the lock. And then here is the actual lock switch as well. And so you just got to kind of finagle it. That's the technical term for it. Get this out. So you should see if I can get that into focus. So there we go. There we go. So the issue is that this wants to get hung up in your cable in that strap. And I lost my buttons. Okay. So if you lose your buttons, just make sure that you're working over a nice hard surface. So you can just slide those back in, pop them in, pull this out, and then you're done. Pretty much, you just have to reassemble. So make sure you get everything in the way it goes, the way it came. There goes that, and then this piece. Bam. Put your screws back in. If I can do it while looking through the viewer. Let's see. But at this point, you just put your screws back in and you're done. And There's one. Now, I usually don't sync every screw down on any electronics that I mod. It's because I don't want anything to bend or get out of shape or strip any screws. So it's usually just kind of set them in there, get everyone in place. Now this is kind of true with any electronics that you're messing with, is you want to be very careful and plan. Let's see. There we go. Now that one's in. I can go ahead and sink them down a little bit, make sure they're, tight, not like, like you're working on a car or anything metal. This is plastic here. There you go. Boom. And we're done. So then take your minus with your minus and your plus with your plus. And there you go. So now you just basically have two Nintendo controllers.